Jaws is directed by Steven Spielberg, starring Robert Shaw, Roy Scheider, and Richard Dreyfuss. Jaws takes place in a little city named Amity, which is surrounded by a beach, and after a few killings by a shark, 3 men must band together to take down the shark because this beach means a lot to that city. I mean, what do you want me to say about this? This is classic Spielberg. This movie's perfect. It's, at least for the time, it's perfect. Whether this is a performance from Robert Shaw or Roy Scheider or Richard Dreyfuss, this movie is just special. I really like how this movie gets straight to the point. Problem is here. What are we gonna do about it? No intro, no nothing, just what are we gonna do about this shark? I loved the kind of oppositions that the men had before going after the shark with, you know, the city saying, you know, this beach means a lot to us. It's a few days before Independence Day. A lot of people do come to this beach. A lot of business comes, but you can't argue against that. Like, you can't. I would understand why you wouldn't want to put fear into people's hearts by closing down the beach. It's just smart. I also love how different all 3 of these characters are, you know. Officer Hopper being, you know, this officer of Amity and him trying to do the best he can with the shark. Hopper being this shark expert, and Quinn already having his own stuff from the past that still haunts him. I just felt like all 3 of them really meshed well throughout this whole movie. If there's one thing I think a lot of film fans we don't do, I think we don't talk about Steven Spielberg enough when it comes to camera movement and cinematography. You know, we'll bring up Martin Scorsese or Hitchcock for when it comes to cinematography, but the way Steven Spielberg moves this camera throughout this movie was, whether it was the amazing scenes on the sea, which are just breathtaking, or maybe it's the scenes where people are just talking in the house, or maybe it's a scene where people are walking outside and the camera will stop as they stop and the camera will move as they move, so it's almost like you're with them as they're having each conversation. I think my favorite scene in this movie is towards the end of the movie when Quentin, Hopper, and Brody, they all are downstairs in the boat and they're just talking, and Quentin goes into his monologue and Hopper's drunk and Brody gets in on the fun. They're all laughing and talking. It's a really heartfelt moment at the bottom of the boat, and then all of a sudden Jaws comes back and now we're thrown into the action again. So this movie never lets you have that true breathing moment, because at any moment anything can happen. And yeah, we have to talk about the score in this movie. I believe John Williams is the best music composer of all time. One of the most legendary scores in this movie. The doom 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 doom, everything, like, just, it's just perfect. The stuff they do with the water, with the barrels, or when you see the shark bite somebody and the blood starts coming out and everything just feels so natural. It's just, I don't think you can complain about anything in this movie. Honestly, I think the only flaw would be that it was made in the 70s and their stuff that are outdated because of technology, but nothing in this movie is bad, in my opinion. Steven Spielberg at his best, John Williams at his best, technical elements at its best at that time, the first ever blockbuster, the first movie that really made movies a huge thing. Amazing performances, great score, everything. I'm gonna give Jaws a 10. And that does it for the first ever Fan Film Club movie review. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you guys enjoyed the movie. Make sure you guys comment, give me your thoughts about the movie. Hit me up on Stardust at @Adina. I'll see you guys next week. Ghostbusters is on Netflix for those who have your Netflix accounts. I'll see you guys next week, alright? Peace.